The candidates who will be presented to you completed their programs in the 2022-2023 academic year as prescribed by the statutes of Kenyatta University. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I now call upon the executive deans of schools to present candidates for the conferment of doctorate degrees in the order indicated in the graduation program. Deans.
The School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Will the graduates who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences move forward in order in which I'll call out their names? Mangira Solomon Kipkoskei, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Education. Supervisors, Dr. James Koske and Dr. Richard Kerich. Wando David Ochieng, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Studies and Community Development. Supervisors, Dr. Felix Mingate and Dr. Joseph Kurauka. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor to present the candidates for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Business, Economics and Tourism. Will the graduate who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Business, Economics and Tourism move forward in the order in which I will call out their names? Baba Sunday, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics. Supervisors, Professor Nelson Wawire and Dr. Charles Mugendi. The candidate is graduating in absentia. Maugu Lenity Kananu, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics. Supervisors, Dr. Julius Korir and Dr. George Kosimbei. Ndishu Simon, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics. Supervisors, Dr. Diana Ngui Muchai and Dr. Laura Baraza. Mwenemeru Kinywa Henry, Doctor of Philosophy in Management Information Systems. Supervisors, Dr. Lucy Ngugi and Dr. John Kandiri. Nzomo James Kimuli, Doctor of Philosophy in Strategic Management. Supervisors, Dr. Geoffrey Mungai Kinywa and Dr. Evans Mwasiaji. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor to present the candidate to the award of degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Education and Lifelong Learning. Will the graduates who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Education and Lifelong Learning move forward in the order in which I'll call out their names? Afton Kulo Dube, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Management. Supervisors, Dr. Joseph Mungai and Dr. Peter Mchanje. Mbaka Boniface Sishaka, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Management. Supervisors, Dr. Velista Njuguna and Dr. Nopat Ogeta. Wanderi Mary Nyakiringa, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Management. Supervisors, Dr. Samuel Waweru and Dr. Florence Itegi. Agneta Mwikalia Peter, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Planning and Economics of Education. Supervisors, Dr. Nopat Ogeta and Dr. Helen Kiendi Wantai. Cheptanui Naomi, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Planning and Economics of Education. Supervisors, Dr. Nopat Ogeta and Dr. John Nderitu. Kimtai Kemei Daniel, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Psychology. Supervisors, Dr. Crispus Wawire Koinange and Dr. Philomena Ndambuki. Muturi Mer Njeri, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Psychology. Supervisors, Professor Theresia Kinai and Dr. Tabitha Wangeri. Wangari Lea Kaburi, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Psychology. Supervisors, Dr. Peter Mwaura and Professor Theresia Kinai. Okello Pamela Akinyi, Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology of Education and Policy Studies. Supervisors, Professor Kisilu Kombo and Dr. Rubai Mandela. Wahungu Daniel Kirogo, Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology of Education and Policy Studies. Supervisors Dr. Violet Wawire and Dr. Francis Kirimi. Andazi Joan Emefa, Doctor of Philosophy in English Language Education. Supervisors Dr. Adelaide Marie Buire and Dr. Florence Abuyeka Miima. Suta Pontia, Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics Education. Supervisors Professor Samson Rosanna Ondigi and Dr. Mieso O'Connor Margareta. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's now my honor to present the candidates for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Engineering and Architecture. Will the graduate will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Engineering and Architecture move forward in the order in which I call out their name. Mutua Mackenzie McBain, Doctor of Philosophy in Renewable Energy Technology. Supervisors, Dr. Joseph Mugudu, Dr. Engineer Ivan Murimi. Ochola Gordon Odhiambo, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Planning and Management. Supervisors, Professor Caleb Mireri and Dr. Sami Letema. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor to present the candidate for the award of degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Health Sciences, with the graduates who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Health Sciences move forward in the order in which I will call their names. Linus Agnes Mudhoni, Doctor of Philosophy in Epidemiology and Disease Control. Supervisors, Professor Anthony Wanyoro and Dr. Mary Muiruri Gitahi. Yauma Martin Sisa, Doctor of Philosophy in Exercise and Sport Sciences. Supervisors, Professor Elijah Gitonga, Tangui, Dr. Francis Mundia Mwangi. Misore Juliana Achieng, Doctor of Philosophy in Public Health. Supervisors, Professor Alois Orago and Professor Wilson Otenga. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's now my honor to present the candidates for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
Will the graduates who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Law, Arts, and Social Sciences move forward in the order in which I'll call out their names. Mwangi Rose Wanjiru, Doctor of Philosophy in Communication and Media Studies. Supervisors, Dr. George Ngugi Kingara and Professor John Mugobi. Kichu Jane Kabui, Doctor of Philosophy in Counseling Psychology. Supervisors, Professor Mary N. Ketui and Dr. Christine M. Wasanka. Kim Myung Hwa, Doctor of Philosophy in Fine Art and Design. Supervisors, Dr. Kamau Wango and Dr. Hadi Jessica Gimode. Ongwae Joshua Omusa, Doctor of Philosophy in Gender and Development Studies. Supervisors, Dr. Grace Okongo and Dr. Gaspar Masiga. Nyakundi Mogire Enoch, Doctor of Philosophy in History. Supervisors, Dr. Peter Wafula Wekesa and Dr. Gordon Onyango Omenya. Siuka Elvis Karani, Doctor of Philosophy in History. Supervisors, Dr. Edwin Jimode and Dr. Biegon Eliud. Akwandina Ilia Felix, Doctor of Philosophy in Political Science. Supervisors, Dr. Wasonga Joseph and Dr. Edwin Chimode, graduating in absentia. Usman Ugboka Koku, Doctor of Philosophy in Political Science. Supervisors, Dr. Isaiah Odwor Otieno and Dr. Edward Kishangani. Jumanne Andrew Shangarai, Doctor of Philosophy in Public Administration. Supervisors, Dr. Jane Gakenia Njoroge and Dr. Edna J. Moy. Kazambi Frida, Doctor of Philosophy in Religious Studies. Supervisors, Dr. Josephine Gitome and Dr. John Bita Buire. Murithi Elizabeth Nancy, Doctor of Philosophy in Religious Studies. Supervisors, Dr. Josephine Gitome and Dr. Humphrey Mwangi Waweru. Kirui Gideon Kipngeno, Doctor of Philosophy in Security Studies. Supervisors, Dr. Bernard Munyao Muya, Dr. Duncan Onyango Ocheng, and Dr. Stephen Waithaka Titus. Ombura Adonicha, Doctor of Philosophy in Textile Design. Supervisors, Dr. George Vikiru, Dr. Elizabeth Andango, and Dr. Lydia Kinuthia. Akoruda Faustina Emefa, Doctor of Philosophy in Fashion Design and Marketing. Supervisors, Dr. Isika Juliet Kaindi and Dr. Kisato Jacqueline. Asani Neville Mapenzi, Doctor of Philosophy in Integrated Watershed Management. Supervisors, Dr. Raphael Kweyu and Dr. Nishirawasi Leon Nabahungu. Kadhu Joseph Ndungu, Doctor of Philosophy in International Relations and Diplomacy. Supervisors, Dr. Joseph Wasonga and Dr. Peter Wafula Wekesa. Mahanu Akada, Doctor of Philosophy in Political Studies. Supervisors, Dr. Joseph Wasonga and Dr. Edwin Jimode. Mudekeji David Maina, Doctor of Philosophy in Archaeology. Supervisors, Dr. Washington Ndiri and Dr. David Okello. Samuel Olela Odhiambo, Doctor of Philosophy in Climatology. Supervisors, Dr. George Lukoe Makoha and Dr. Kenneth Obiero. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's now my honor to present the candidates for the award of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Pure and Applied Sciences. Will the graduates who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Pure and Applied Sciences move forward in the order in which I will call out their names? Kafuluko Jacinta Muthini, Doctor of Philosophy in Biotechnology. Supervisors, Professor Stephen Luno, Dr. Mark Wamalwa, and Dr. Titus Magomele. Muinde Jane Bife, Doctor of Philosophy in Biotechnology. Supervisors, Professor Richard Oduol, Professor Marion Mutugi, and Dr. Joseph Kimani. Kihika Ruth Muthoni, doctoral philosophy in chemistry. Supervisors, Dr. Margaret M. Nganga, Dr. David P. Toashi, and Professor Badwin Toto. Golwe Evans Nyaenya, doctoral philosophy in chemistry. Supervisors, Professor Hudson Nyambaka, Dr. Mildred P. Nawili, and Professor Jane Mulugi. Nyambula James Derito, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry. Supervisors, Dr. Isaac W. Mwangi, Professor Jane I. Murungi, and Professor Ruth N. Wanjau. Ogola Philip Estein, Doctor of Philosophy in Medical Biochemistry. Supervisors, Professor Richard Okoth Oduol, Dr. Matthew Pielo Goge, and Dr. Sifila Mumenya Wajiko. Kemuru Ascent Macau, Doctor of Philosophy in Applied Mathematics. Supervisors, Dr. Winfred N. Mutuku, Professor Samuel N. Mweriri, and Professor David Malonza. Abu Ahmed Adamu, Doctor of Philosophy in Information Science. Supervisors, Dr. Peter Wamai and Dr. Kamau Maina. Antonia Ifoema Okafo, Doctor of Philosophy in Information Science. Supervisors, Dr. Loz Jologe and Dr. Grace Kemani. Bukal Inua, Doctor of Philosophy in Information Science. Supervisors, Dr. Grace Kimani and Dr. Wakalo Namande. Chemulwa Monica Jemeri, Doctor of Philosophy in Information Science. Supervisors, Dr. Daniel Wambiri Muthe and Dr. Charles Kamau Maina. Gosie Loda Usa, Doctor of Philosophy in Information Science. Supervisors, Dr. Daniel Muthe and Dr. Caroline Mutwiri. Memeo Daniel Maitavia, Doctor of Philosophy in Physics. Supervisors, Dr. Abdallah M. Salone and Professor Sila Wamaina. Nyambula Catherine, Doctor of Philosophy in Physics. Supervisor, Dr. Nadil Hashim, Dr. Margaret Chege, and Professor Sinji Tokanami. Muriuki Karogi Moses, Doctor of Philosophy in Integrated Watershed Management. Supervisors, Professor Joy Obado, and Dr. Mary Makoha. Nambozo Amanda Martha, Doctor of Philosophy in Fisheries Science, Supervisors, Dr. James Jumbe and Dr. Anthony Tabu Munyaho. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor to present the candidate for the award of degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor to present to you candidates for the conferment of the various doctorate degrees of Kenyatta University. May all members of academic staff and guests in academic attire please rise.
I admit the persons presented to me to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give the power to read and to do that all that appertains to this degree. You may now turn your tassels to the right.
Congratulations.